Hello everyone. In today's lectures, we know about coral reefs and its types. In tropical seas, there are many organisms like coral polyps, calcareous algae, and many lime secreting organisms or plants live in colonies. They have characteristics to secrete calcium carbonate with within their tiny cells and give rise to a peculiar type of environment known as coral reefs. The most important one is the living organism known as polyps, and the polyps and live in corals with symbiotic relationships, and these polyps have characteristics of secreting limes, calcium, and these forms marine landforms. These form marine landforms are unique. We can see topography of the marine environment, which is known as tropical rainforest of the oceans due to its due to large space for many types of living marine organisms. It provides space, nutrients, and climate physiography, so on. The reef building corals survive best under the following conditions. What are that conditions? The first and foremost condition is that the temperature of the ocean should be minimum 20 degree Celsius, or we say 65 degree Fahrenheit. Generally, in cold oceans, cold oceans, corals die out or not found. This is the reason on the western parts of continents our globe, corals generally are not found. But at the same time, the warm currents like Gulf Stream of Mexico or West Indies side, the temperature, the climatic conditions, and the marine environment is very suitable for the developments and habitats of these coral polyps, and provide suitable habitat for coral reefs and forms. The One second thing which is important for corals and its colony for development are the depth of the water. It should not be more than, uh, we say, it should not be more than 30 fathoms or 180 feet. Why this is so? Because the upper layer of the oceans, 180 feet, or we say 30 fathoms, have the capability of photosynthesis processes. Because without food, we and we all living ones cannot survive. So how corals survive without food? And what are corals' food? That is algae. That is algae, green algae. And microscopic algae on which corals polyps depends for food. And without photosynthesis, these microscopic algae cannot sustain. So this is important. Generally found, uh, the depth of the water should be 30 fathoms or 180 feet, where photosynthesis processes occurs very well. The water should be saltish and free from sediments. Generally, these corals develop on the we say seaward side of the reef, where fresh water come regularly with oxygenated elements. Supply of oxygen is regularly maintained, so energy levels should be maintained. And with this all, they also bring an adequate supply of food in the form of microscopic organisms. So after these basic understandings, now the basic question is where these coral landforms found. First and foremost question is, answer is in tropical belt, tropical ocean belts. As we are uh, we are living ones of Indian subcontinent, and we have Lakshadweep, and Lakshadweep is landforms of corals. So now we move on to the types of corals. There are basically three types of coral reefs, coral landforms. First one is fringing reef, second one is barrier reef, and third one is atolls. So now one by one we understand all these. What do you mean by fringing reef? The reef which are attached to the shores directly, coastal areas, is called a fringing reef. It is called fringing reef. And what do you mean by barrier reef? Generally, a barrier occurs between the reef and the coastal areas. A barrier occurs in the form of lagoons or water bodies that separates coral reefs from rest of the continent. And third one is atoll. Atoll is formed due to subsidence of landfall, and the on circle, we say on circumvexes reefs occur, and in mid between lagoons are found. It is generally found in the far sea, not near the coast. One of the best example of barrier reef is Great Barrier Reef of Australia, found on Queensland Island, near Queensland Island. And we have a fringing reef. It is sometimes separated from a shore by a shallow lagoon. And about Great Barrier Reef, we have it is 12,000 miles long, 12,000 miles लंबाई है, and separated from the coast by a channel 100 miles wide, in places and over 200 feet deep. We have fringing reef. A fringing reef is a coral line platform lying close to the shore, extending outward from the mainland. And these are atolls. The encircling ring is usually broken in few places to allow the free flow of water. Example, Suwadriva in the Maldives and west of Ceylon, Ceylon known as Sri Lanka. Old name of Sri Lanka is Ceylon. Have a lagoon over 14 miles across. These coral reef landforms are very important for marine environments, for health of marine environments. And in today's time, when rapid industrialization and global warming occurs due to burning of fuels for fossil fuels, the temperature of the environment is increasing and it adversely affects the coral reef habitat. The sea temperature is increasing and dying out of corals is a very large concern for the biodiversity, ecosystem and sustainability of human beings and microorganisms, as it is a storehouse of many precious elements, medicines, resources. So try to find out keywords on Google, you will see a very well scenic beauty of corals attached with them. Thank you.